We are back for another week, y'all. The Philadelphia Eagles have a matchup with the Arlington football team this Saturday. Jalen Hurts will be playing, so you will see Jalen Hurts and Dak go at it, not a backup quarterback. Very excited about that. Very excited about this Eagle defense. Let me just give you a little bit of stats. 6 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 9 tackles for a loss. So I expect a heavy dose of blitzing. I expect a heavy dose of pressure on Dak. I expect pressure on Pollard and Elliott. I expect pressure on Gallup and CB Lamb. The Eagles have a defense that's out of this world. Don't get me wrong, we do have our problems. We do have breakdowns in certain games when it comes to the run game, but we always find a way to readjust and bring that pressure. Our offense, I do expect for us to run way more than we ran last week. That was given that we had a good pass game when we played the Giants, so I knew coach and staff was going to have Jalen Hurts throw it, but we learned our lesson from having him throw the ball a lot and run the ball. No more running the ball 17 carries. We have Gainwell and we have Boston Scott and we have your boy Miles. So expect a heavy dose of Miles Sanders in your face this coming Saturday. What else? I think Jalen will have a good game, but he must be protected. I'm ready for Dallas Goedert to be back. He will be back. He was practicing today. So expect Big Dallas to be on that field on Saturday. I know all my Eagles fans are excited about that. But let's talk about this playoff picture, because the playoff picture is very interesting with the teams that lost and won on Sunday and Saturday. So in the AFC, you have the Buffalo Bills with a first round bye week. You have would be your first game matchup, Miami and Kansas City, and that should be a good game. Miami has a pretty good defense. They have fell off a little bit. Not really sure what's going on with the offense or the defense these past 2 games, but I expect them to step it up. You have the Chargers and the Bengals. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be a good game, y'all. I really think that's gonna be a good game because Hubert is doing a really good job, especially with Keenan Allen being back. I know one of their receivers was arrested, I think. But also you have Cincinnati, and Joe Burrow has been connecting with his wide receivers and his running backs. And so they have actually started to hit that level of playing how they did last year. So that would be a good game. And then you have the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. We'll see about that game. NFC East. So if this is what happens if the season ended today. So the first round bye, in the NFC East, of course, Philadelphia Eagles with 13-1. Then you have Washington Redskins and Minnesota Vikings. That is going to be an interesting game because, as you see, Kirk Cousins is not a dependable, reliable quarterback. He has these waves of where he's really great, and then he has these waves of, what are you doing? Which we saw that when he was in Washington. And then you have Justin Jefferson, who has had an okay year this year. He didn't, in my opinion, he didn't have a year like he had last year. And I don't know if that has to do with Kirk Cousins not really being able to connect. But then you have, on the other hand, you got Washington. And Washington has been doing really well under Taylor Heinicke. And they seem to want to play around him. The defense seems to want to play a lot better. And I think Chase is back. So that's going to be an interesting game. As you see on Saturday, that Minnesota was down 33-0. So anything can happen with that game. Minnesota could be knocked out. Like, don't sleep. And then you got the New York Giants and San Francisco. I expect San Francisco to take that. Like, San Francisco has a really good defense. And they have really good offense as well. And you saw they had their third string come in, and he has been balling. So you, you just never know. But I expect San Francisco to take that one. And then you got Dallas Cowboys and Tampa Bay. Tom Brady has just not been what we are used to Tom Brady seeing. What we're used to seeing Tom Brady do in the prior years. My man has lost 8 games in a row, and he's never lost 8 games. So I fully expect the Arlington football team to take that game. But you never know with them, because we see Jacksonville came right on back and won. So you never know about that Arlington football team. It's playoff time. So we know how they do. So that's just a little bit of, preview of what's to come on Saturday. I know Bird Gang Nation is excited to get a dose of Dak. There's been a lot of smack talk going on, a lot of hating going on, because we 13-1, but it's all good. We gonna see Saturday was really good. Peace. Y'all have a good one.